American Westerns, I never could understand that. And I remember Don Siegel got in trouble when he was doing a film called The Shootist. And he says, then just shoot him. And Wayne said, you mean I shoot him in the back? And he says, yeah, you shoot him, just shoot him, get rid of him, because you got 4 other guys. And he says, I don't shoot anyone in the back.
Picture this. Clint Eastwood, a Hollywood titan known for his iconic tough guy roles and calm demeanor, rarely stirs up public feuds or personal rivalries. But behind the stoic cowboy exterior, Eastwood harbored a disdain so intense that even decades later, it lingers in the annals of Hollywood gossip. Who could possibly provoke the legendary Eastwood's ire? Let's dive into the story of the men who earned his wrath, from fellow stars to directors, and even a scandalous love triangle that rocked Hollywood's elite. The clash with Romani Gary. Eastwood versus the director. Eastwood's infamous feud with Romani Gary is a tale of clashing egos, different working styles, and ultimately betrayal. While filming Birds in Peru in 1968, the tension between the two became palpable. Romani Gary, an acclaimed director, had a meticulous and controlling style that rubbed Eastwood the wrong way. Eastwood, at the time a rising star, preferred a more laid-back, intuitive approach. Their arguments were notorious, with each digging their heels in over character interpretations and scene setups. Jean Seberg, the film's leading lady and Gary's wife, was caught in the middle, trying to mediate the clash between her husband and co-star. But the tension on set wasn't just about creative differences. Rumor has it that Eastwood and Seberg's on-screen chemistry spilled over into real life. Their offset romance was whispered about on set, causing Gary's jealousy and anger to reach new heights. It all culminated in a legendary story. Gary challenging Eastwood to a duel on set after hearing about the affair. Eastwood, ever the pragmatist, declined the challenge, worried it would delay filming. But the damage was done, and Gary's relationship with Seberg disintegrated. She soon filed for divorce, hoping Eastwood would do the same with his wife. But in classic Eastwood fashion, he moved on, leaving Seberg heartbroken and further fueling the bitterness between the two men. A fistful of resentment. Eastwood split from Sergio Leone. Sergio Leone and Clint Eastwood revolutionized the Western genre with their legendary Dollars trilogy. Their collaboration in A Fistful of Dollars, For a Few Dollars More, and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly launched Eastwood's career into stardom and brought Leone international acclaim. However, despite their on-screen magic, their off-screen relationship was far from smooth. Leone, known for his perfectionism, demanded multiple takes and painstaking attention to detail. Eastwood, on the other hand, found this approach tiresome. Tension between them simmered throughout the trilogy's production, but the breaking point came when Leone offered Eastwood a role in his next project, Once Upon a Time in the West. Eastwood, wanting to break away from Westerns, declined, a decision that deeply upset Leone, who saw it as a betrayal. Leone went on to cast Charles Bronson in the role, but their once great partnership was irreparably damaged. Eastwood's move into directing didn't help matters either. Leone felt that Eastwood was stealing his style without giving proper credit, a claim Eastwood always dismissed. "I learned a lot from Sergio, but I had my vision," Eastwood remarked in a 1988 interview. Their feud marked the end of one of cinema's most iconic partnerships. John Wayne versus Clint Eastwood, the battle of the Western giants. Hollywood loves a good rivalry, and the clash between Clint Eastwood and John Wayne was the stuff of legend. The two dominated the Western genre, but while Eastwood was ushering in a grittier, morally ambiguous hero with his roles in spaghetti westerns, Wayne remained a staunch defender of the traditional, clean-cut cowboy image. The feud became public after Wayne saw High Plains Drifter, the first film Eastwood directed in 1973. Wayne was reportedly shocked by its violent and dark portrayal of the Wild West, claiming it was an affront to the pioneer spirit the genre was built on. He even penned a letter to Eastwood, criticizing the film for what he saw as a betrayal of the Western genre's essence. Eastwood, for his part, was indifferent to Wayne's criticisms. "He was from a different generation. He didn't get it," Eastwood later remarked. Wayne refused to work with Eastwood, even rejecting a film that could have united the two Western icons, the Hostiles. Their feud continued until Wayne's death in 1979, symbolizing the shift in Hollywood from the idealistic heroism of Wayne's era to the more complex, often darker tales Eastwood favored. Spike Lee versus Clint Eastwood, a public clash over race. Fast forward to the 2000s, and Clint Eastwood found himself at odds with yet another famous filmmaker, Spike Lee. The two directors publicly clashed over Eastwood's war films Flags of Our Fathers and Letters from Iwo Jima, both of which explored the iconic Battle of Iwo Jima. Lee criticized Eastwood for not including African-American soldiers in Flags of Our Fathers, despite the fact that many Black soldiers fought during World War II. Eastwood, never one to back down, retorted that the U.S. military was segregated at the time and that no Black soldiers fought in the Battle of Iwo Jima. Lee fired back, accusing Eastwood of being an angry old man and suggesting he wasn't telling the full truth about history. Their feud brought to light larger issues about race representation in Hollywood, sparking a wider debate about how filmmakers should portray historical events. While their films continued to receive critical acclaim, the rift between them underscored the ongoing challenges of addressing race and history on the big screen. Sandra Locke, the woman who got away. No look at Clint Eastwood's greatest feuds would be complete without mentioning Sandra Locke. Their romance began in 1975 when they met on the set of The Outlaw Josie Wales. What started as a passionate relationship, both on and off screen, soon turned sour. Despite living together for 14 years, the couple never married, and their relationship was marred by Eastwood's infidelities and controlling behavior. In 1989, Locke discovered Eastwood had fathered 2 children with another woman while they were still together, leading her to file for a palimony suit. The bitter legal battle was settled out of court, but the aftermath was even more tumultuous. Locke claimed Eastwood manipulated her career by setting up a sham directing deal with Warner Brothers, which never materialized into real work. She sued him again for fraud and settled once more. Locke later reflected on their relationship with a mix of nostalgia and regret, recognizing the great films they made together, but lamenting the personal toll it took on her. Their messy breakup was one of Hollywood's most publicized splits, forever leaving a mark on both of their careers. Conclusion: a legacy of drama and disdain. Clint Eastwood, the quintessential tough guy, may have built his career playing stoic heroes, but behind the scenes, his fiery feuds and complex relationships reveal a man as intense as the characters he portrays. From battles with directors to bitter fallouts with lovers, Eastwood's career is as much defined by his rivalries as it is by his legendary performances. Whether it's artistic differences or personal betrayals, Eastwood's story is a reminder that even Hollywood's toughest stars can harbor deep-seated grudges. As we've seen, Clint Eastwood's career, while filled with incredible accomplishments, was also marked by intense rivalries, personal feuds, and complicated relationships that often unfolded behind the scenes. From his clashes with legendary filmmakers like Sergio Leone and John Wayne to his personal turmoil with Sandra Locke, Eastwood's life was far from the calm, stoic image we often see on screen. But perhaps that's what makes him such a compelling figure in Hollywood. He's not just a tough guy in the movies, but in real life too. Unafraid to stand his ground, face controversy, and keep moving forward no matter the fallout. Despite the personal and professional battles, Eastwood's contributions to film remain iconic, cementing his place in cinema history. So, what do you think? Are Clint Eastwood's feuds just part of his fiery persona, or did they shape the legacy he leaves behind in Hollywood? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into the untold stories of your favorite stars. Until next time,